Sexual assault can be a really scary and emotionally charged term in our culture. Because it's often politicized, argued about, talked about like it needs to be private and kept in the home, and something that only happens to women, we're not really good at talking about it. But the truth is, sexual assault is not political, and it can happen to anyone, no matter their gender, age, physical ability, or sexual orientation. In fact, most of us have experienced some form of sexual assault either ourselves or by knowing someone who has. And understanding what sexual assault looks like is a really important step in becoming a safe person for people in your life and for preventing violence from happening in the first place. So what is sexual assault? Sexual assault is any kind of sexual act that happens without the consent of one or both parties. And when I say consent, I mean an explicit and affirmative yes. We're going to talk about the complexities of consent in another video, but the most important thing here is that consent does not always just mean the absence of no. Some examples of sexual assault are rape, attempted rape, fondling or groping, even things like catcalls and hand gestures and motions. Sexual assault and being an ally for sexual assault isn't about what happened, proving or disproving that. There are law enforcement people who are fully employed to do that investigation work. The important thing about sexual assault is that it is never the survivor's fault. There are so many reasons why people assault others and so many things that go into sexual assault that you can't turn it into a black and white issue. So if someone that you know comes to you and says they've experienced a sexual assault, the absolute most important thing that you can do is say that you believe them and you care for them and you listen to their experience. A lot of times we can jump to questions and feel like we need to investigate things that happened, but it's super, super important that you check all of those feelings and that you are just someone who listens and cares to people in front of you. Sexual assault will always be a difficult topic to talk about, but there are a lot of really important steps that we can all take to disparage the myths and misconceptions that fuel why it's extra hard to talk about right now.